This time last year, I almost left this profession. But on the last day of school, my little brothers and sisters did something that made me realize I was already having a dream. One I didn't want to wake up from. But now in this dream, I think about the students not at Washington High School. This high school will start the year without me. And the problem isn't that teaching isn't enough. The problem is that it's everything I want to do. Except it won't be math anymore. If you want to stay balanced on a long bike ride, you simply have to keep moving. And well, that's no different for life. If you want balance, keep moving. And do your best to enjoy the ride until it takes you to where you want to go. When I'm up there climbing on that wall, and I'm holding on to the smallest of grips, it might look like I'm alone. You can't tell, but I take the people in my life on every climb with me. I'm never really alone. You see, what this does is that it helps me through the toughest of routes, because I understand that we're all on this climb together. I take the thought of others with me because if we want to get through the hard routes in life, we have to do it together.
What would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Or another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I say, do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that. And forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, you can eventually you could eventually become a master of it. It's the only way to become a master of something, to be really with it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is. So don't worry too much. Somebody's interested in everything. And anything you can be interested in, you'll find others who are. But it's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like and doing things you don't like, and to teach your children to follow in the same track. See, what we're doing is we're bringing up children and educating them to live the same sort of lives we're living, in order that they may justify themselves and find satisfaction in life by bringing up their children, to bring up their children to do the same thing, so it's all wretch and no vomit. It never gets there. And so, therefore, it's so important to consider this question: what do I desire?
And as for this weight training thing, you see, I don't care so much to lift weights as much as I care to lift people. I try things I stopped thinking were possible because I want you to know that they're possible for you. Even if that means flipping tires when I'm tired. Through every tire flip, through every flip turn. I'm simply looking for the best way to give others the courage to flip their life around if they need it. When I go on long runs, I don't go because I love it. Most of the time I go because I don't. Because a passion isn't something you always want to do. It's often that one thing you're willing to do when you don't want to do it. But I'll always keep going. I've always enjoyed the break math gave me from writing, until I realized the power of a good story. And now it's time to take a break from the math, to tell a story. That's what this is. But it's not my story as much as it is our story. Whether it's using rap to help others through tough times, or dancing with the people you hold close to your heart, to whatever beat DJ life plays. Some give the world a gift when they bring a story to life on the big screen. The tick of every clock brings me one talk closer to one last clock out here at Washington High School. One last walk down the hallways. One last look at the classrooms I've taught in for the past 8 years. The time is here for me to teach a bigger lesson in a bigger classroom. A lesson that says we should give more love than we want. Next year there won't be another 140 students. At least not from Washington. I won't get to meet them. In some ways they'll be the students I never taught. So I suppose this is it. My last day of high school. But before the bell rings for me one last time, let me leave you with this. Whether I taught you 8 years ago, teach you now, or never did. Whether I've coached you, coach you, or never will. Never forget that if you do want to go fast, you can go alone. But if you want to go far, you should go together.